We live in a world that constantly tells us that success requires relentless hustle, that we have to push harder, move faster, and fight for everything we want. It's easy to believe that achievement and success only belong to the people who burn themselves out chasing their dreams. But what if the truth is the complete opposite? What if the real secret to attracting everything you desire isn't found in frantic effort and the constant struggle, but in the deep power of letting go? Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, wrote in his private journal, "Confine yourself to the present." He understood something most people still miss today. When we stop fighting the current of life and start flowing with it, things begin to fall into place. The Stoics were not passive, they were warriors, but they conquered life with wisdom, not force. Think about water. It doesn't fight the rocks in its way. Instead, it moves around them, over them, through them, and over time it shapes the entire landscape. That is the power of relaxed intention. Holding your dreams gently while believing the natural flow of life will bring them to reality. When you're always stressed about your goals, when you're holding on to results so tight your hands hurt, you're actually pushing away what you want most. Worry creates blockage, and blockage stops abundance from entering your life. The Stoics knew that our own panic is often the main thing standing between us and our dreams. But here's the beautiful part. When you truly relax about what you want, when you move with the natural rhythm of life, you become a magnet for opportunities. You begin to notice doors that were always open but invisible to a stressed mind. You start attracting the right people, the right situations, the right resources. Not through force, but through calm confidence that signals you're ready to receive. This isn't about becoming lazy or giving up on your dreams. It's about learning the difference between effortless action and exhausting struggle. It's about planting seeds with intention, then trusting the soil, the rain, and the sun to do their job. The Stoics called this amor fati, the love of fate, a deep acceptance that everything unfolds as it should. Today, we're going to share 10 powerful Stoic principles that will completely change how you approach manifestation. These aren't just ideas. They're practical wisdom tested over thousands of years of human experience. Each rule will show you how to let go of the tension that's holding back your blessings and enter a state of flow where miracles feel natural. Before we dive any deeper, pause for a moment. If you're serious about changing how you move through life, go ahead and like the video. And if this is already resonating with you, write this down in the comments so it sticks. I loosen my grip and allow things to align. Share this with someone who could really use this reminder. Subscribe so you don't miss what's ahead, and make sure you stay with me till the end. The next part ties everything together. Number 1. The art of detached desire. Here is the puzzle that frustrates most people. The more desperately you want something, the more it seems to move away from you. But the Stoics found something groundbreaking about human desire that modern psychology is only beginning to understand. Epictetus, who went from slave to one of history's greatest philosophers, said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This doesn't mean you give up on your dreams. It means you understand the difference between wanting something and needing it. When you need something, you create desperation. When you want something but know you'll be okay without it, you create attraction. Think of people who easily get what they desire. They aren't the ones always talking about what they don't have or posting needy messages online. They are the ones who hold their wishes lightly, like a butterfly sitting on their hand. They want good things, but their value doesn't depend on when those things arrive. This is what the Stoics called preferred indifference. Yes, you prefer to have success, love, and plenty, but your inner calm doesn't rely on them. Your happiness isn't controlled by outside events. This creates a strong energy that actually pulls opportunities to you, because people and the world itself are drawn to those who aren't clingy. When you practice detached desire, You stop sending out desperate energy that repels what you want. You begin living from a place of abundance before the physical results show up. You start making choices from confidence instead of fear, and confident decisions almost always lead to better outcomes. The real shift happens when you can say, I would love for this to happen, and I'm taking smart steps toward it, but I am completely okay if it doesn't happen exactly as I planned. This isn't quitting. This is maturing. This is knowing that the universe often has something better planned than what your limited mind can imagine. Try this today. Think of your biggest desire. Take a deep breath and say, this or something better. Feel how that releases pressure and opens the door to possibilities you couldn't plan. If this resonates, drop this in the comments. I want it, but I'm not desperate for it. Number 2, the present moment magnetism. Your mind is probably everywhere except where your true power is. Right here, right now. Most people live mentally in a future that isn't here or a past they can't change. But the Stoics knew something important. All creation happens now, and when you're not here, you miss it. Seneca wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. This isn't just nice philosophy, it's practical power. When you're fully in the now, you notice opportunities your distracted mind would miss. You hear the random comment that leads to your next breakthrough. You feel the quiet intuition to take a different path and meet exactly the right person. Presence isn't just awareness, it's energy. When you're truly present, you're not carrying the heavy weight of regret or anxiety. You're in your pure potential, and that energy is magnetic. Think of the most magnetic people you know. They aren't glued to their phones or lost in future plans. They look you in the eye. They make you feel seen. They seem like they have all the time in the world. That's presence, and it draws people in. Here's the irony. When you stop living for the future, you build a better future. When you stop trying to run from this moment becomes the starting point for all your dreams. Opportunities don't live in tomorrow, they live in the attention you give today. Your breath is your anchor to the now. Every time your mind drifts into what if or if only, return to your breathing. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice 3 things you can see, hear, or feel right now. This isn't just meditation, this is creation practice. The present isn't just where you are, it's where you build. Stop waiting for your life to start and step into the reality where wonders are happening now. Number 3, the wisdom of accepted resistance. Life will bring obstacles. That's not a possibility, it's a guarantee. But here's what divides those who create their dreams from those who stay trapped. How you respond to resistance determines whether it becomes your enemy or your teacher. Marcus Aurelius lived through plagues, wars, and betrayal, yet he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This isn't poetry. It's a formula for turning every setback into a setup for growth. When you stop fighting reality and start working with it, resistance becomes your ally. Most people hit an obstacle and immediately think life is against them. They take it personally, get discouraged, and often quit. But what if every obstacle is actually preparing you? What if it's building the strength, wisdom, and character needed for the very success you're asking for? Think of the oyster and the pearl. The irritating sand doesn't kill the oyster. It makes something precious. Your challenges aren't punishments. They're shaping you into someone capable of handling more. When you welcome resistance instead of hating it, something wonderful occurs. You stop wasting energy fighting what is, and you start using that energy to move through what is. You become like water again, adaptable, persistent, and finally unstoppable. This doesn't mean you stop taking action. It means you take inspired action, not desperate action. You respond instead of react. You look for the lesson inside the challenge and the opportunity inside the obstacle. Next time something doesn't go your way, pause and ask, how might this be helping me? What is this teaching me? How is this preparing me for what's next? Sometimes a delay is protection. Sometimes the longer road leads to something better than you first aimed for. Sometimes a no clears space for a bigger yes. Trust that there's a wider perspective at work, even when you can't see it. If you're ready to grow through challenges, say it. Challenges build me, they don't break me. Number 4, the power of inner authority. Here's a truth that will free you. You've been giving your power to everything and everyone around you, and that's exactly why your creations feel so far away. The Stoics taught that real power begins the moment you stop letting outside circumstances control your inner state. Epictetus said, "No one can hurt you without your permission." This goes beyond emotional toughness. It's about understanding where your true control lives. Every time you say, "I can't be happy until," or "I'll feel successful when," you're handing the keys of your life to something outside yourself. Think how exhausting that makes you. Your mood swings on others' opinions. Your confidence jumps with your bank balance. Your worth changes with outside praise. Your self-worth rises and falls based on validation. You become a puppet, and circumstances pull the strings. But when you reclaim your inner authority, everything shifts. You realize your peace, joy, and sense of abundance come from inside, not from conditions outside. This doesn't mean you stop caring about results. It means you stop making results responsible for your well-being. And that shift is powerful. When you know you can be okay no matter what, you make stronger decisions. When your worth doesn't depend on applause, you show up more authentically. When your security comes from within, you take bolder risks. People feel that energy. Opportunities are drawn to it. Start practicing this daily. Before you check your phone, your bank account, or anyone else's opinion, check in with yourself. Ask, how do I choose to feel right now, regardless of what's happening? Your outer world reflects your inner world. Change the inside and the outside begins to follow. Share it in the comments. I'm in charge of how I respond to life. Number 5, the art of strategic non-action. This may sound strange, but sometimes the most powerful move you can make is no move at all. The Stoics understood a difference our culture forgets. Being busy is not the same as being effective. Motion is not the same as progress. Forced action is not the same as aligned action. Much of what we call taking action is really just anxiety in disguise. Strategic stillness doesn't mean laziness or giving up. It means having the faith to step back when you've done your part and let the process work. It means knowing when to plant seeds and when to let them grow unseen. It means understanding some things can't be hurried, no matter how much you want them. Think of a chess master. They don't move pieces just to be moving. They wait for the right moment, even if it means sitting still while their opponent rushes. Their patience becomes their power. Their restraint becomes their plan. When you learn strategic stillness, you stop tiring yourself with busy work that doesn't move you forward. You start to trust your gut about when to act and when to pause. You discover that sometimes the universe needs room to do its work, and your job is to simply not get in the way. This week, practice saying, "I don't know," when you don't know, and "I'll wait" when waiting feels correct. See how this makes space for answers and chances that your forced action was blocking. The universe rewards those who can be calm enough to receive what it's trying to give. Number 6. Gratitude as a manifesting force. Most think gratitude is just about being nice or positive, but the Stoics saw deeper. Gratitude is actually one of the most powerful creating forces there is. When you truly value what you already have, you create a magnetic pull that brings more good into your life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up, tell yourself, the people I meet will be interfering, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and grumpy. They are like this because they can't see good from bad. But I have seen beauty in good and ugliness in evil." Even seeing human flaws, he found reasons for thanks and understanding. Real gratitude isn't fake positivity or pretending all is perfect. True Stoic gratitude sees reality but chooses to focus on what works, not what's broken. It's finding real appreciation for your challenges because they make you stronger, for your struggles because they teach you, for your setbacks because they steer you toward better things. When you wake up thankful, you start your day in a high-energy state that pulls in high-energy experiences. When you go to bed thankful, you program your subconscious to look for more to appreciate. This creates an upward cycle where gratitude brings more experiences worth thanking. The magic isn't just in feeling grateful, it's in showing gratitude. Tell people they matter to you. Thank you notes for small acts. See the beauty in normal moments. Thank your body for carrying you, your breath for keeping you alive, your heart for beating. Gratitude turns what you have into enough, and enough is always the base for more. Number 7. The power of emotional mastery. Your feelings aren't happening to you, you are creating them. This one insight holds enough power to change your whole life. Yet most people spend years handing their emotional state to circumstances, other people, and random events. Seneca taught, "Every new thing excites the mind, but a mind that seeks truth turns from the new to the eternal." Your emotional reactions are choices, not automatic responses. When you understand this, you reclaim the throne of your own life. Think of two people facing the same rejection, the same money problem, or the same letdown. One person falls apart and stays stuck for months. The other feels the emotion, learns from it, and uses it as fuel to build something better. The difference isn't their situation, it's their emotional mastery. Emotional mastery doesn't mean hiding your feelings or acting like bad emotions don't exist. It means you feel your emotions completely without letting them drive your life. You acknowledge anger without breaking things. You honor sadness without sinking in it. You feel fear without letting it freeze you. This gives you huge creating power because your emotions are your creative energy. When you control your emotional state, you control what you're creating. When you can choose peace inside chaos, you become a magnet for peaceful circumstances. When you can find joy no matter your situation, you attract joyful experiences. The practice is simple but hard. When you feel a strong emotion, pause and ask, "What is this feeling telling me? What can I learn? How can I use this energy well?" Then consciously choose how long you'll stay in that emotion and what you'll do with its energy. Your emotions are meant to be advisors, not bosses. They're here to give you information and energy, not to control your choices or decide your fate. When you master your emotional world, you master your creating power. Number 8. The philosophy of enough. The world constantly tells you that you need more to be happy. The Stoics discovered the opposite. Feeling enough isn't about how much you own, it's about how you relate to what you already have. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." This doesn't mean you stop growing. It means your happiness doesn't depend on getting more things, praise, or validation. Here's the life-changing paradox. When you truly feel you have enough, you stop acting from desperation and start acting from abundance. And abundance energy attracts abundant results. When you aren't grasping for more, more comes to you naturally. Think of the most attractive people you know, not looks, but energy. They aren't the ones always complaining about what they lack or obsessing over wants. They're the ones who seem truly happy with their lives while still being excited to grow. This happiness isn't laziness, it's confidence. It's the deep knowing that you're already complete, already worthy, already enough, no matter what you achieve or get. From this foundation, you can follow your dreams from love, not fear, from excitement, not desperation. Practice this tonight before sleep. Mentally list everything you have to be thankful for: your health, your relationships, your chances, your memories. Really feel how rich your life already is. This is the energy that creates miracles. If you're ready to live from fullness, say, "I know my value, and I act like it." Number 9. The courage of authentic expression. One of the biggest blocks in life is pretending to be someone you're not. When you hide your real thoughts, follow paths that don't feel true, or live for other people's expectations, you create inner conflict, and that blocks your flow. Authenticity isn't just personal freedom, it's alignment. When you're real, life can actually meet the real you. How can life give you what's meant for you if you aren't showing your true self? How can the right chances find you if you're hiding behind a costume? Being real doesn't mean being mean. It means having the courage to speak your truth kindly, to follow what truly excites you, not what you think should, to choose based on your values, not others' hopes. The beautiful part about authenticity is it naturally pulls what's meant for you and pushes away what isn't. When you stop trying to please everyone, you start attracting people who truly like the real you. When you stop chasing goals that aren't yours, you start creating experiences that actually fulfill you. This takes bravery, because being real means some people won't get you. Some chances might not be for you, and some paths you thought you wanted might not fit who you're becoming. But this isn't loss. This is freedom. Your real self is your most powerful self because it's the only self that can build a life that truly satisfies you. Everything meant for you is drawn to the real you, not the version trying to fit in or meet expectations. In one moment today, tell the truth about how you really feel. In one decision, choose what you truly want. Your real self is your most magnetic self. Number 10. Trust in divine timing. The final principle is trust, deep trust in timing, greater than your own. This doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means acting with dedication while releasing the need to control every outcome. Your impatience is often your worst enemy. When you demand things on your schedule, you create resistance against life's natural flow. You miss opportunities because you're focused on forcing one result. You reject good things because they don't look exactly like you pictured. But when you trust perfect timing, you relax into a rhythm bigger and wiser than your personal plan. You understand that delays aren't rejections. They're often protection or preparation. Sometimes you need to grow into the person who can hold what you're asking for. Sometimes the world needs to change to create the perfect setup for your creation. Think of the best things in your life. How many happened exactly when you expected? Probably very few. Most of your greatest gifts likely came as surprises through unexpected ways when you weren't looking. This doesn't mean you stop acting or setting aims. It means you hold your aims lightly while trusting life has a bigger plan than you can see. It means you do your part fully while letting go of the outcome gracefully. When you trust perfect timing, you stop tiring yourself trying to control everything. You stop missing the beauty of now because you're anxious about later. You start seeing the magic happening right here instead of waiting for the magic you think should come tomorrow. Delays are not always denials. Sometimes they are preparation. Sometimes they are protection. When you trust timing, you relax. You stop forcing. You stop missing today because you're obsessed with tomorrow. Do your part. Take action. But hold the outcome lightly. The universe is always working for you, even when it doesn't feel like it. Your job is to believe this and let it carry you toward your highest good. The ancient Stoics didn't use vision boards, but they understood something deeper. Manifestation isn't about chasing what you want. It's about becoming the kind of person who is ready to receive what's meant for them. When you live these principles, detached desire, presence, resilience, inner authority, patience, gratitude, emotional strength, enoughness, authenticity, and trust, you stop fighting life and start flowing with it. Peace isn't the absence of problems, it's the presence of wisdom. And wisdom applied consistently creates the conditions for good things to find you. Your blessings are already in motion. Your role is to relax, trust, and become ready. If this message resonated with you, seal it by commenting, "I do what I can and leave the rest." Remember to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more wisdom that changes lives. Until next time, keep living the Stoic life, stay strong, and stay open to miracles.